Hey loves, it's your girl London, and this time I'm back doing a lace frontal. So this is my client before, and if you want to see how we got to the after, please stay tuned. Okay, so let's get it. So right now I am doing my braid pattern, and this one is going to be a little bit different than the closures. Usually what I do is I go down the sides on both sides. So I do like a side part on both the left and right side. I braid it down and then I braid the center just straight back. I find this method to be better when it comes to anchoring both sides of the frontal. So here's my braid pattern. It's all braided up, nothing fancy. I'm just going in with this olive oil drops. You can get it from your local beauty supply store. And I just saturate her scalp before actually applying the frontal. Then I go in with some of this African Pride Triple Repair, and it's a cream. I love it. I usually emulsify it in my hand and then I rub it through to cover the actual hair. So just to saturate the braids. So I use the oil for the scalp, and I use this as a protectant for the hair so it doesn't dry out so quickly underneath the sew-in. Now you can use other products of your choice if you can't find these in your local beauty supply store or just have another preference. Please just make certain that you use something to protect the client's hair. Okay, so let's jump right into this frontal. Now currently I have already secured the frontal down. I've put a stitch on both sides right above the ear, and currently I'm just cutting out the ear. I want to make certain that I get it pretty snug so that none of her hairline is exposed. She has a little bit of a different hairline from the actual frontal, and so sometimes this can be tricky. So you want to make certain that you pull your frontal up far enough so that you can at least blend in with their natural hairline if it should stick out further than the actual frontal. So here's a better view of me doing the same exact thing on her left side. And again, I'm being very sure to stay very, very close to her natural hairline. Okay, so a little bit about this frontal. Believe it is a 10-inch, possibly a 12. It is ear to ear, the traditional width. I went ahead and bleached the knots, but I did not do any tweezing around the hairline since she's just going to wear it in a bob. I also colored it myself, so I went in pre-lightened, and then I used a few mixtures of red and burgundy to create the desired color. Now I'm cutting the front of the lace just as I did the other side, and I'm being sure to stay just a little bit ahead of the actual hairline on the frontal. And then once I've cut the excess off, I'll go back in and cut it a little bit more closer to the hairline. So as you can tell here, I've already installed some of the wefts, and I've went from ear to ear, or should I say from one side of the frontal to the other, straight across. And I'm going in and pre-cutting as I usually do. Again, this just makes it easier for me to determine the length of the actual style that I'm trying to achieve. Once I've cut my guideline, then I'll go back in and finish adding the remaining weft. Now, I did not color the first bundle that I installed. I usually don't. I am now on her second bundle, and this hair was color treated the same as the frontal to blend. With all the hair now installed, I'm just slightly tweezing her part, nothing too wide or too thick, just enough for her to be able to locate this part should she shampoo her hair herself or do any light styling. She's a college student, so I want to make this style as easy and convenient for her as possible. Now again, I did not pre-pluck the actual hairline of the closure, so I'm just pulling out just a few hairs to create some baby hair, since she's going to keep this side of her hair behind her ear. And you guys guessed it, got to be glue. So I'm using just a little bit of this to lay these baby hairs down and also to secure the edge of the frontal. So I'm explaining to her, that's why she looks the way she's looking, how to actually apply it. We must make certain that we are advising our clients all the time how to use the products in the proper way so that it ends up being a good decision as opposed to the worst decision of their lives. So our clients will love the frontals, the closures, the weave, as long as we educate them on how to maintain it so that they're not looking crazy in the event that they can't make it to the hair salon. And as of course, they're our billboard, so we don't want them out there looking half done when the style has gotten old and they're not sure what to do with it next. So just a little sidebar conversation for her to help keep her on track while she's away at school. Now I'm going to use the Gotta Be Glue setting spray, and you can get both of these items from your Walmart. And I'm just using this as reinforcement. This just prevents that hair from lifting so easily and helps keep the baby hair and the hair behind her ear in place. Now I'm removing the clip that I used to secure the hair and keep it in place behind her ear, and I'm just rubbing some chi oil through her hair right before I begin to curl. Okay, finishing up with light oil sheen just to give it a nice shine and to take care of those flyaways. Okay, and here's a closer view of that frontal and how natural it looks. So off camera, I went back in and cut it a little shorter and flipped it out of her face. Here's the finished look of that. And we did that just to keep the bang out of her face. This is a closer view of the side. And I did go in and add additional baby hairs right around the front. And that was just simply razoring it just a little bit and using that Gotta Be glue as before. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope there was something that you learned, and I hope you continue to watch and stay tuned. Please don't forget to subscribe. And don't forget to check for my other videos 1 through 11. Bye, loves.